Hey guys, welcome to Peripheral Vision, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Wii U. Now, the Wii U gets a lot of flack because the fact that it's a Nintendo console and it's weaker than PS4 and Xbox One, the competitors in this generation, and the fact that it gets no third-party support. Now, do I think it deserves it? Honestly, not really, but we'll get into that later. But first up, let's take a look at the console itself. Now, let's take a look at the design of this thing. Now, first up, if you look at it, you're going to automatically think, oh, it just looks like an original Wii. Plus the fact that it's also pretty much named a Wii. I can understand why. Anyway, I think they said they wanted to make it look like it was like two Wiis duct taped together. Well, I'm really happy they didn't really include the duct tape or anything. But overall, it just looks like a longer Wii with rounder edges, and they got rid of the slit corner at the corner, so yay. Anyway, so in front, we got the disc slot. We got the eject button for the disc, we got the power button, and normally a Nintendo console would have a reset button, but they decided to ditch that with the Wii U. Okay, then we got the sync button right here in case you want to sync remotes and stuff like that. I'm really happy they put it out here because it just makes it a little bit simpler. Okay, then we got the little tray right here. We got the SD card slot, which is actually almost pretty much useless unless you actually go into the Wii menu because you can't really use it in the Wii U itself. Then we also got two USB 2.0 ports, so there you go if you want to put some stuff up here. There you go, with the GameCube adapter, which is very nice. I like that. I like it a lot. Anyway, on the side, it's pretty much boring. Let's move on. On the back, this is where a bunch of magic happens. We got the power that goes in, and then we got the AV out. So if you want to use composite or component cables, there you go. They pretty much are the same cables, just like the Wii. So if you don't have an HD TV, but you need some composite cables, you're set to go. Then we got the sensor bar, which it's a sensor bar, there you go. And HDMI out, because HDMI is so pretty. And then we got a small little fan right here. It's a little bit dusty in there, because I had this thing for a few years. And yeah, it gets dusty. Yay. Then we got two more USB 2.0 ports. So, fantastic. Let's move on. On the side, we got some vents. And there's a little screw right here. It's probably like a battery or something for the internal clock. And then we got some more vents right here. We got the Nintendo logo right here. And as you can tell, this thing is very glossy, so it picks up fingerprints like mad crazy. So when you're trying to do a review like this, yeah, you're not going to have a good time. So once you have the console set up, I recommend giving it a nice wipe down, because then it looks pretty. But then it picks up a lot of dust, so you're going to have to dust it every so often. And that's what unfortunately I have to do. But overall, what are my thoughts on the design? It's pretty simple. I'm not going to say it's boring or bland, because it kind of is, but it's a very simple design. Nothing too dramatic, but it gets the job done, I guess. And it's hard to play a console without its controller, so let's take a look at its controller. May I say, holy crap, this thing is big, and you can see me. Hey, how you doing? And it, again, just like the console itself, it's very glossy. It's very big, but it's not heavy. It's actually really comfortable in your hands, ironically. I remember when I was working and I was trying to sell the Wii U, I actually let the people check out the controller, because here we had it all in the display case. And I'm like, dude, hold this controller, tell me it is not comfortable. And they actually really liked it, because here on the back of it, it has some little grips that just wrap around your hand perfectly. It just fits so right, even though it is kind of uncomfortable because it is big, but it fits in your hand so well that it pretty much makes up for it. It's still a comfortable controller. It's just awkward because it's a big controller. So anyway, let's go over all the buttons and stuff like that. First up, we got a camera right here, because I feel like this generation is just a spying generation, because all of them have cameras. At least two of them actually came with the console. This one is actually forced onto you, so you can't get rid of it. So if you want to put some duct tape over that or something, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. And over here is actually a built-in sensor bar, but it didn't get utilized until a later update, so you can actually play your Wii games on the actual gamepad. Not Wii U, but like legit Wii games. So sweet. Then we got two analog sticks, very comfortable. Normally the analog sticks on Nintendo console would have like hexagonal type of like circular things right here, but now they're all completely circle now, so you're not gonna be like spinning it and then you're gonna hear a bunch of clicks or anything like that. So I'm gonna miss that, but oh well, I'll move on. And then we got the famous Nintendo D-pad. Nintendo always has incredible D-pads. Personally, I wasn't really too fond of the D-pad on the GameCube because it was a little small, but overall, still a very good D-pad. It feels more responsive and better than the one on the Wii remote, in my opinion, but that's just me. Then we got the NFC thing right here, you know, where you tap your amiibos. Then we got the Wii U logo, because that does absolutely nothing. We got a mic, the home button, a battery LED, a TV control, because here this thing can actually control your TV and your cable box. And I don't recommend setting that up, especially if you have it set up in the living room, because then your sisters or your brothers, people are going to troll you while you're trying to watch TV or play a game or something. I don't know. It's not going to be a good time. We've got the power buttons, so you can turn on the gamepad and also turn on the consoles. So there you go. We got the plus and minus, and also known as start and select. And I like how they have them labeled both ways, so cool. Then we got the face button, the A, B, X, and Y. There we go. On the top, we got L and R, and then we got ZR and ZL. I'm kind of disappointed they're not analog triggers like Xbox 360 and PS3 or anything like that, because then it would get a little bit more third-party support. So then it would be just, I don't want to say just simple, put it on there and be good to go. Just, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, hopefully. Okay, on the top, we got where the charger goes, if you want to plug it in, that is, because here there's also some gold plates right here for the charging cradle. And fun fact, this is a thingy that we don't even use yet, because this thing we don't even use the charging cradle, only the gold plates do. This was not utilized at all, at least not yet. And since the NX is going to be announced next year and going to be properly named, we're probably not going to see anything from this at all, which it's a real shame, but oh well, fine. Okay, then we got the volume control right here, and then we got an infrared slot right here, so if you want to use the little pedometer that comes with Wii Fit U, then there you go, aka Poke Walker 2. But yeah, overall, it's a really good controller, and also there's a giant touchscreen, so touchscreens, there you go. Overall, it's not a bad controller. When it comes to Smash Brothers, I'm going to still use the GameCube controller, and most other games I'm probably going to use the Pro controller, which is a very good option. But overall, this is not a bad controller. I don't mind using this thing. And there's a lot of things inside the Wii U that you can do, like you can hop on things called Miiverse, where it's pretty much like a little forum for Nintendo games and stuff like that. So if you ever get stuck in a game, you can always just press the home menu and hop on Miiverse or the internet and just pretty much look up guides on how to get your, I don't know, problem fixed, I guess. I don't know. You either look up a YouTube guide, or you can hop on Miiverse and say, hey, can you help me with this section? And most of the time, people are actually going to reply to you. I remember I posted a lot of things, and not once have I ever been not replied to. So, Miiverse, it's a very, very good community, and I'm really happy it's also on the new 3DS, and I guess regular 3DS too, and 2DS. But still, I like how Miiverse is being integrated because it's a really awesome idea. And there's also this section called Nintendo TV, which is actually going to be canceled really soon. If not, it's probably already canceled. It's pretty much like a TV guide on the Wii U. I didn't really use it. I used it for a little bit, I'm not going to lie, when I didn't have a TV guide on my cable box and stuff like that. But then I upgraded my cable box, got the TV guide, and I preferred that much more than the Nintendo TV because it was personally kind of clunky, and I just wasn't really too thrilled with it. But overall, you can still also hop on the internet browser and other stuff like that, just like any of the other consoles. There is one thing I absolutely praise about this console: the exclusives. The amount of exclusives on this console, I'm not gonna lie, it blows away PS4 and Xbox One, and I hate to sound like a fanboy of Nintendo, but it's true. Like, all of my games except for one are exclusive. Let's go through all the games that I have. I don't have too many, but still. Hyrule Warriors, exclusive. Mario Kart 8, exclusive. New Super Mario Bros. U, which is actually a launch game, and it's actually a really good launch game. Again, exclusive. Nintendo Land, this one actually came with the console, but exclusive. Pikmin 3, exclusive. Rayman Legends, it was supposed to be Wii U exclusive, but then it got ported to everything else because the Wii U didn't sell all that well. And the Wii U version is actually probably my favorite port because of what all you do with the gamepad. Plus there's Mario and Luigi costumes, you gotta love that. Sonic Lost World, not the best game in the world, I feel like it's more of a Sonic experimental game, but still exclusive, and it's actually not that bad. You can get it for less than 30 bucks, so I recommend picking it up if you haven't picked it up already. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Unfortunately, this is not a good game, but another exclusive. Super Mario 3D World, very excellent game, and this game can actually be bundled with the system. So there you go, great Mario game bundled with the system plus Nintendo Land, exclusive. And Smash Brothers, exclusive. One of the greatest exclusives on the frickin' system. Now, what are my thoughts on this console? I absolutely love the thing, and I love the exclusives on it. Is it better than PS4 and Xbox One? When it comes to the type of games that I play, I personally think so. But if you're into like first-person shooters and other stuff like that, you're not going to be happy with this console. Again, it does not have much third-party support at all. It did have a little bit of it in the beginning, but then the third parties just dropped the Wii U, unfortunately, because bad sales and just the fact that it's so different compared to Xbox One and PS4. Porting games to it is going to feel like porting it to PS3 and 360. However, this thing is more powerful than the PS3, I believe. However, they still have a hard time trying to do whatever with it, trying to program and do whatever. It's just, they don't like the Wii U, unfortunately. The only gripe I have about this console is the fact that it doesn't have much third-party support. Sure, it is less powerful than the PS4 and Xbox One, but it is more powerful than PS3, and yet PS3 games are still being made, but not on the Wii U, which is kind of lame in my opinion, but fine. Do I recommend you get this console? Abso-freaking-lutely. When you pick up a bundle, you can get it, what's it, for $350, and you also get Super Mario 3D World and Nintendo Land, so it's a really, really good deal. And there's still other great games out there that I personally don't have yet, like Splatoon. And that pretty much concludes my review of this console. Very, very underappreciated. It has a lot of great games, and also I forgot to mention I have Zelda, well, Wind Waker HD, but that was a digital thing. But anyway, it's a beautiful console. I highly recommend you pick it up if you don't have one already. Try and get it for Christmas or something, because this thing is too cool not to have. And as always, later days.